What up, gang? Let me know how I sound, guys. What's going on? Who's all in the building? Where y'all from? Put it in the building. We just recognize everybody. What up, Casey Cams, Gigi, Mike, T Missy, Mona D. What up, guys? First timer. What up, Grant? How you doing today? You about to see. We talk about logic over here, Grant. That's what we talk about. What is good? Divine Photo said Kendra made a video saying high value men don't exist. I ain't seen that video. It's on her channel? All right. Hold up real quick. Let me upload something real fast, guys. I got y'all. Her mic is unplugged? My mic is unplugged. Let me know. Okay, you hear me? Grant, you got jokes. You got jokes, Grant. Talking about my mic is unplugged. My mic ain't unplugged. Hold up real quick. I'm loading the video real fast. Here we go. Go back over here and see what's going on. Give me 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Also, guys, I got y'all's email, so I am playing some of y'all videos that y'all sent me. So just know I do be looking at them. So if I play a video you sent me, put it in the chat that that's the one that you sent me. But I'm gonna remove this real quick. Hold up, let's move that real fast. Remove. All right, let's get another video going. Here we go.
Got pissed in the pool, y'all. Can someone please explain to me what's going on with the dating pool? Like, this motherfucker is infected with all sorts of diseases, mental illnesses, just all types of bullshit. Like, I don't even want to date no more. Like, I'm so tired of niggas wanting to be chased. They said I was shaped like an egg. Egg where, ho? Eggs ain't never looked this motherfucking good. Anyway, back with a quick OOTD, okay? Jumpsuit, Fashion Nova, shoes from Shein.
And she wonder why she talking about the dating pool got pee in it.
All right. I think they got...
She the main thing. She is the main thing. You email me the video. It's long and it's a lot to dissect. What is it on? Is it on her channel? It's on her channel. Where she put it at? Of course. I like all of that. I listen to all of that.
Got this jumpsuit on the TikTok shop, but yeah, get this. It's real cute. Love, bye. This to that bitch that said I was shaped like an egg. Egg where, ho? Eggs ain't...
Have you ever been married?
Hold up.
I grew up in Connecticut, and that's what I heard all my life. There's black. I'm like, we got everything black in Connecticut. It's not a black state though, because I lived in like a city like Chicago was a black city. I feel like Atlanta's a black city, so Connecticut ain't got no black cities, but we do got black people. So okay, Chanel, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29, and what you do for a living?
A little bit of everything. I don't have a typical 9 to 5. I work in the beauty and fashion industry, as well as I'm trying to get my fragrance brand off the line, and also something that's catered to kids on the spectrum, meaning autism.
So what do you do to pay your bills?
A little bit of everything.
So what do you want me to write down for your job?
1099 contractor type thing.
Okay, 1099 contractor. Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have a son.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
5. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. Why are you not with the dad?
Oh, see, it's a thing where once upon a time we was on the same vibrations, and then I wanted to be better and grow because I was pregnant, and he stayed the same. So I had to let that go. Him be greatness in his own eyes at that level that he was comfortable
Sounds fishy.
in, and I decided to be better.
Decided to be better. Okay. And when did you guys break up?
2020 when I was pregnant.
You left him while you were pregnant?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Was it infidelity?
Proud.
No, it's just that I knew my son needed more stability, and the rate that he was going, I knew that wasn't going to happen because he was not willing to change.
How long were you guys together before you got pregnant?
Oh, like 3 years.
So in that 3 years, was there any signs or no?
No, because I didn't have any kids, so I'm like, I really didn't care.
So how many months were you pregnant when y'all broke up?
5.
5 months. Okay. All right. So you guys co-parent well?
She sound like she about to start lying.
Oh, he's a demon. I don't talk to him. The most thing he can do for me is be better for himself. And once he become better for himself, then I'll be accepting his communications. But until then, I have to protect my son's space.
Okay. All right. And never been married, correct?
No.
All right. So we got Chanel, Nebraska, 29. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer Leo.
Cancer Leo. So Chanel, Nebraska, 29, Cancer Leo. Mom to a 5-year-old. Has a couple of jobs, but 1099 contractor. All right, honey, what kind of man are you looking for?
The creme de la creme, like the best, the top tier.
Use this word. You want the top tier man. Do you consider yourself a top tier woman?
I do.
And tell me what ways you're a top tier woman.
I have no trauma that I need to heal from. I've done the work. I am not out busting it open for a real because I value myself that much more. I'm also intelligent. I'm beautiful.
She don't sound like
I look good. I keep my physique right. I know a little about a lot. So my experiences and also my education, because I love to read and I love culture, makes me well versed in different aspects of life.
Oh, okay. What are your deal breakers? I can't even talk. What are your deal breakers other than not a top tier man?
Aggression. If you don't love your mom, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to love me properly because that's home base. If you're the person's constantly having like it's hard for me or things never go right, that's a horrible disposition to them because life is only what you make it.
Unfortunately, Grant, yes, people are still asking people what sign they are. I mean, think about it. Bernie Sanders and Beyonce have the same sign. So what is the sign? What do they matter?
And if you think good is going to happen, you put that energy out and it's going to go good. There's always a silver lining in the tunnel or in the clouds. You just got to be wise enough and open enough to see it.
Okay, I got this question from Kareem. Kareem said, if your baby daddy proposed to you before you were pregnant, would you have accepted?
No.
Then why'd you have a baby by him if you wouldn't have married him?
It was one of those, oops, oh no, it came off type thing. It was not planned, but I embrace it, and I'm not the person to do it. And when I found out, it was too late to do the.
There are no accidental pregnancies, guys. I wish people could quit saying that. You wasn't walking down the street and you fell in somewhere. That's not an accident. It's not a oops. It's not a oops. Like you driving down the street, you hit a pothole. That might be a oops. But you ain't hit somebody under the sheets. That's not a oops.
swallow with the water.
I thought you said it came off during sex.
Yes, it did. That's how I got pregnant, but I didn't know until like 6 weeks later.
Oh, well, I don't know, but okay, we're talking about the plan B right now, right?
Yes.
So I guess if you were willing to take the plan B, you just could have been cautious if you knew the condom came off during sex to just take it the next day, if that's what you're open to.
See, it happened before and nothing happened, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let it slide. This has been like a few times it's been like that, and like never pop up saying here it goes. But it was just this one time, like, oh man, well, I guess I'm a mommy now.
Okay, all right. So that's the answer, Kareem. Okay, I don't know, but tonight's been so crazy for me. Please forgive me. I've been having a lot of energy tonight. So
I don't see a collarbone. So I don't know. What y'all thinking?
that was Kareem's question. Did we do all your deal breakers?
For all the stuff that she's asking for.
Oh, and he has to be financially stable.
How much money does he have to make?
Enough to support a family of 3, or possibly 4 if he wants children.
So you don't want to work?
I don't want to have to work. I want to have the option.
Let's do the Kendra Kim now, child. I got to see you. Let's get to the Kendra Kim
this
early,
too.
because you talking like you one of them. So let's just see it. Let's just see it, child. Because you got to be one of them the way you talking. I don't even get to the Kendra Kim this early, but we gonna go there right now. Are you gonna take your sweater off?
Yes, ma'am.
She might
The
should have kept it
light,
on.
okay, get the light in your favor.
She might should have kept
You
that
have on
on.
a black. Oh, you seem tall.
I'm 5'10".
Okay. But okay. I mean, all I see really is
All I see is shoulders. From where she's standing at, I mean, she built like Frankenstein. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't tell her to move to a different type of light. And for everything, she said she wants the creme la creme, okay? I'm not talking about her because however she shape or whoever she is. But when you saying that you want the best of the best.
height because you're so far and you have on a black dress.
Okay, so how can I do that?
Okay, this might be better. Okay.
I'm trying to look at something to hold. Okay, I don't know. Because, like, I'm down.
Okay, this is probably better, light.
Okay.
They told me to ask you, have you been drinking?
No, I just came from dinner.
Oh, okay. She just came from
801 Chop House.
Okay.
Which is a nice steakhouse in the Old Market area. There's really nowhere else I can do it because I'm, like, on a patio.
No, you're
Women really be thinking just because they go to really nice places that is the only place that where somebody's going to take her. Imagine somebody try to take her to somewhere else. It ain't the Chop House. She probably don't want to go.
fine. You're fine. Okay, we got you. Okay, so he has to be financially stable. So he has to have the capabilities. And the reason you said a family of 4, because he has to be able to take care of you and your child.
Yeah, with the possibility of another if he wants to have children.
Oh, no, get us better light. I don't like the way you just changed this light. You got to have the light there.
Can somebody explain to me why?
Hold up. Hold on. Something didn't download. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold up. There's another part to this video. Hold on. Let me see. Did I not get that on there? Hold on. Was that all the video? Maybe that was all the video. Okay, maybe it was. It was. Oh, that was crazy. But you know what? When other women pump her up, this is what they do.
Okay, so he has to be financially stable. So he has to have the capability.
So he got to take on 2 kids plus her. Like, why? Why would he not just go get a younger woman that don't got no kids, or a woman even that he might think that look better, because it's what the market wants. Nobody cares if she thinks she's fine or not. I can think I'm the finest thing in the world, but if the market don't think that I am, like, what does it matter? Because she's looking for the top person.
And the reason you said a family of 4, because he has to be able to take care of you and your child.
Yeah, with the possibility of another if he wants to have children.
Oh no, get us better light. I
Oh,
don't like
I'm
the
about
way you just changed this light. You got
I'm about to look for the Kendra video. Hold on, give me 1
to
second.
have the light there.
Can somebody explain to me why I don't get approached in public? Like, do I look mean or something? I don't know. I feel like guys will stare a hole into my heart from another side of the room, but they will not approach me. Like, men will be in my DMs and all my social medias and like that, and then even in public, they will still not approach me.
Why
And
do
it's
y'all
not because
think,
I'm a even if
why y'all think that the men are not approaching her? Why do y'all think that the men are not approaching this young lady whose vernacular is off the chain with all the cussing and the baby hairs and the nails that's clicking and clacking? Why do y'all? I mean, what do y'all think? Tatted up, bae for real.
you don't feel like I'm pretty, you could say that, but I ain't ugly. I just don't understand why when I go out, I don't get approached by men.
I hope I don't get mom shamed.
Ladies, I'm just gonna tell y'all this, okay? I'm gonna say things that maybe men cannot say sometimes. All them nails, all them different colors, all the clicking, clacking, all the cussing. I mean, just because you think you are beautiful does not mean that he looks at you the same. Why are y'all so rough when y'all come on TikTok talking stuff? I mean, most men gonna be scared to walk up to her. I mean, she looked like she just got out of prison. I mean, I'm just saying, look, Timothy said she looks hard in the face. Her hair is comical. The ink is irresponsible. All them trauma tattoos. I mean, she looks impulsive. She looks super impulsive. Like she just gonna do whatever she feel like doing. Like them nails are tragic. They in 3D and everything. They got lumps and bumps and stones and yeah, tattoos. Tattoos represent trauma. Bag talk. It definitely is bag talk now. Then we got this lady on here. She on here talking about her kid is annoying. Your kid is only annoying because it's the way that you're raising your kid.
For this, but if I do whatever, my kid is annoying. Like, point blank, period. There's no going around it no more. There's no like, oh, he's just a lot. Oh yeah, he can be a lot. No, he's annoying. He does too much all the time. I'm ordering my food. We're sitting in the restaurant while I'm waiting for my food to come out. Why does he grab my keys, walk up to this random man with my keys, try to hand him my keys, and then repeatedly call him daddy? He goes, mommy, daddy, daddy. That's not your dad. You know that's not your dad. You know what your dad looks like. You know what your dad looks like. Why would you sit there and call him that? The man is like, nah. Oh my gosh. Like, are you serious?
Of course, all kids can be annoying, right? So I'm not saying the kids can't be annoying. But what I see, what happens, you ever been somewhere and the woman's kids are just jumping all over the place like popcorn? And she's not saying anything to the kids. And she even looks at the people in the store or library or wherever she may be. And she looks at them like, why are you looking at my kids? Your kids act the way they act because of however you raise them. That's why a lot of people don't like dating people with a lot of kids because the kids don't have any control. They run around there like spiders on the wall.
What y'all men need to realize is that I don't have to bring nothing to the table but myself. You have to bring everything to the table.
Now, I don't know if she has fun mirrors in her house or what's going on, but she tripping. She tripping. I don't know if she just took off a wig. I don't know if she on some kind of medicine or something because something looks off. Talking about some what? Like she is crazy. Like why are y'all getting on Big Talk talking like this? Why do you do this? Like I don't know if you just rage baiting. What you doing? Like what is going on? What's going on? I don't get it. What do you mean you don't bring nothing to the table? You look older. You don't look like you can have kids for nobody. I mean, so people like repeating stuff. I think since whoever said I am the table, that's all they say now. They don't say nothing but I am the table.
I don't have to bring nothing but myself.
I tell you what you do bring. You bring a lot of debt. You bring a lot of debt. And that's just women alone bring a lot of debt. 65%. So when y'all coming in the door, y'all coming in with needing help off rip. So when you talking about you are the table, Black women hold some of the highest debt. So when you talking about you are the table, you need your table cleared off. And then let's not talk about when they get the graduate degrees. I mean, look, the Black women, they hold an average of 58,000. Black men's holding about 35. Still a little under even on their graduate degrees. So when y'all talking about all y'all bring is the table, like come on now. And some of the prenups, they getting through them. So that's all I'm saying.
So even the man that I
some of the prenups, they are getting through them. Like for real. Is it a prenup to keep her debt in her name? Y'all heard about a couple of weddings that the guy called off because the lady owed like $120,000. One of them owed like $250,000. And he called off the wedding. Like one called it off like the day before, the other one was 3 days before. I mean, I'm just saying.
chased for 7.5 years, who didn't like my fatness, who would give me children's size ice cream cones because he was concerned about my weight. And he, in our first year of dating, got me out of 4 months of arrears in rent. That was $1,600 a month. So 4 times 16, what is that, 64? $6,400. He also paid up my gas and electric bill that had to be like $600, maybe $700 or $800. I had roommates that moved back to their home countries or whatever the case may be. Nonetheless, that man didn't want me. We were together 7.5 years on and off. Never got a proposal, always about my weight. I was always too.
If you was with somebody for 7.5 years and you're saying that he did not want you, why are you sticking around? Whose fault is that? I mean, I'm just saying. You saying you chased a man that didn't want me, but he spent money on you? You lived with him twice, you paid no bills.
Ghetto, not good enough for that man. Then there's the other man that would come pick me up from work. Biggest, beautiful bouquets of flowers, 2 to 3 times a week. He would do this, at least twice a week. He would do this for several weeks straight. He'd pick me up, we'd go to lunch, he'd buy a bottle there. He would get me a bottle to take home. So this is wine, not liquor. And it would be like mid-tier restaurants. So he's coming out spending like $80 to $120. Then he would be like, hey, gorgeous girl, is your gas tank empty or is it full? We go fill up my tank. That's $30 to $40. Then we would go, then he'd be like, oh, here's your gift card. I would always end up with a gift card of some sort. It would be Aldo, it would be some kind of beauty store, or it would just be Visa or MasterCard. So this is like $300 or $400 every time I'm seeing this man, and I'm seeing him at least once, if not twice a week while I'm at work. Then when we were just hanging in the streets, he's spending $200, $300 every time he sees me. That money gets spent on me. When my mom and I beefed out, he was like, okay, I'll get you an apartment. I just want to keep the key. We never did that because no, I'm not going to be your in-house. And we don't live together. It was weird. And when my car went kerplunk, he's like, okay, let's go get you a car. By far, these men, if I'm going band for band on financial investment, and this includes the men that would buy me shoes and clothes and, you know, like nice things like that. These two men,
I call cap. And this is why women be thinking that they going to be able to get whatever they want because you got women like this that come on social media talking about things like this. Her shirt don't even fit her. And you on here talking about what somebody did and what somebody didn't do. It says, Grant says, love them as they are. Nobody's going to change for you. And I say that all the time. Like, however you meet them, that's who they are. They don't change. So all that, they better be motivated and all this and that and have drive. However you meet them, that's who they are. That's who they are.
Say by far invested the most in me when I think of 5-figure investments outside of my dad and my stepdad. But that second man was married the entire time. He spent a decent amount of money on me too, but it's mostly like just dinners. And I'm like, nigga, I can take myself out for a $300 dinner. Like, this is nice, but give me some racks. Anyway, my point being.
Give her some racks.
I would never use money as the litmus for how much a man likes me or values me, because those men liked me, but not to the level that it was ever going to meet my needs for the kind of relationship that I want. And maybe my relationship expectations aren't something that's out there, but I would rather spend my life joyously single and dating than to settle for someone who just spends money on me. I need a little bit more than that. I've had a dad and a stepdad who were both six-figure men, and my mom, and they loved my mom. Like, this wasn't like one-way money relationships for my mom. Like, my stepdad loved my mom. My mom has not been married to a broke man ever in my life. My dad made money. My first stepdad made money. My current stepdad made money. Like, all of them six figures. So I've had such a wealth of an experience where I got to see my mom loved on. My mom is exceptionally beautiful, so I get that there's some pretty privilege with that. But I've gotten to see my mom loved on and spent on. So for me, money is not enough because my daddy can do that. My daddy left me a lot here and here and here. And same thing with my mom. They both gave me a lot of this, a lot of this, and a lot of this, despite their faults. So for me, money is never going to be the measure for how I assess a man's investment in me.
So you're a user. Because if you stayed with a man for 7 years, and this is what she's saying, I'm just going off of her talking, that still pose is crazy on screen. But you telling us that you stayed with somebody for 7 years, and you're saying that you didn't like him, from what I'm hearing, but you didn't mind going and eating up his wallet and spending his money. Sound like a user to me. And while you talking about your daddy and your uncle, I mean, marry your dad.
I like the money, but baby, I need a little bit more.
You know what? This is why people be all delusional. Did y'all hear about this lady? The lady that she's supposed to have met a passport bro had brought her here from Kenya, right? You know, I'm gonna tear her up.
We met on a dating app, on a dating site. Okay, we connected pretty easy on there. Actually, no, it wasn't that easy at first. Wait, let me start, Kimberly. Okay.
So who started the conversation?
I did. I tried at least. So I asked.
Said hi, and then she replied hi, and then that was it.
No, I replied hi. I tried to get her attention, but Kimberly completely ignored me.
Wow.
She ignored me.
Yeah, that's what beautiful girls do. They ignore them.
She ignored me, so I was like, nah, I'm not giving up. So I was like, I kept asking for her number. I was really persistent. I was consistent on trying to get her. Eventually, she finally gave me her number.
Red flag number 1, she ignored you, but you couldn't stop being thirsty, so she gave in because you're a foreigner, which means you're just a stepping stone for a better life. Red flag number 2, she never posted him, her family, and barely even post their daughter on social media. Based on her photos, it seems that she's only interested in being an influencer. Red flag number 3, on his mother's page, pictures of their baby is everywhere. Videos of their wedding is everywhere. But there's no wedding videos on her page at all. That's a sign that she's ashamed of him. What woman that you know that wants to keep her wedding a secret?
None.
What woman doesn't want to show off her engagement ring and her wearing a wedding dress? Moral
None.
of the story is that if she's not head over heels for you, not posting you on social media, and on video she's not smiling and staring at you, then you need to cut that bitch off real quick. And last but not least, never, ever bring that bitch back to the States.
First of all, look at the difference in the pictures, okay? When she left, she looked like her name was Marianne. She looked like she was Marianne when she left. Look at her now. Look at her. She said, passport bro marries Kenyan's woman. She said, brings her to America, and she posted this. And under the caption, it said he thought he was going to embarrass me on World Star. I guess he had put the information on World Star. And then she came back and said, watch, like she put all those, like the new boyfriend and stuff on TikTok and all kind of stuff.
What a confidence.
And she
Look at that highlight.
That's crazy. And I checked her page. I mean, there is a baby on there. Is the same baby from the picture. So, I mean, she looked like she did come with somebody. You only see that baby one time, though. One time. She don't look like she got too much money, because I know a cheap outfit when I see one. And that's a cheap one. Any woman in a full cheetah cat suit. The cat suit alone is a red flag. And look at her. And she bleached her skin. Yeah, she definitely looks like white chicks. The movie.
Like a trophy, act like a trophy, talk like a trophy. Okay? Treat yourself like a trophy. Make sure every hair is in place. Make sure makeup is on point. Make sure your clothes is cute. Accessories. walk, have confidence, smile. Smile. Whatever room you walk into, people are going to see you.
Speaking to me is a privilege.
She said, hold on, let me read that. I know whoever this poor soul is, I know he is hot. You done came over here and bought some trash with
yourself like a trophy. Make sure every hair is in place.
Yeah,
Make
she did.
sure
She bleached her-
makeup is on point. Make sure your clothes is cute. Accessories. Walk. Have confidence. Smile. Smile. Whatever room you walk.
She got her Seer 7 affirmations of how to be a gold digger.
Walk into, people are going to see you.
Hold on. She said, I'm the first African woman to humble a crazy, abusive passport bro. That's the first thing they say.
Speaking to me is a
That man probably was just trying to keep his family together. We don't know if that man did something to her or not. Why are they so crazy? And look at her. She bleached her knuckles. Look, that's one thing about when you bleach your skin. You can't get rid of them knuckles. Them knuckles still brown. Them knuckles still brown. For real. Still brown. Okay. So she might be trying to get rid of herself, but we still see them knuckles, ma'am. So we know that you're still brown.
They are tired of this drive-through service.
Well, you know, the oldest profession is coming back a little bit faster than we will like it. No, she bleached herself though. I actually went down her whole page. She bleached herself. It wasn't she has a higher filter too, but she definitely like no, she's bleached because the knuckles are dark, and she doesn't look like she's a boxer or one of them cage fighters or anything like that. She bleached them knuckles, and she doesn't. I mean, she had a lot of cheap wigs on and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. She might have got a new little boyfriend or something, but she don't look like she got no money. Still a sad situation. Sad situation. Welcome, Ebony Dean. How you doing, baby? Welcome.
It starts at night. It goes well into the morning, early morning. Prostitution on full display in 2 Chicago wards.
And tonight, residents are calling for change. Tia is here with the video and the story behind this. Tia.
Well, we actually got this video in July of this year. Residents were complaining about this, and now we're hearing from community activists on this very issue. It all started with that email. A frustrated resident told me she finally had enough. The video she sent shows prostitutes standing right in front of her home, brake lights from cars lighting up the block like the red light district, left behind for all to see, condoms, and a whole lot more.
Wait, was that 5 in the morning, dude? It's 5 in the morning. Block the drive-through.
And the reason why we blurred that video is because the woman, she has nothing on but a pair of shoes. Not even 24 hours ago.
Hold on. So you telling me that the streetwalkers are walking around like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first Terminator? Like they just walking around without nothing on? That's crazy.
Resident in the community of Garfield Ridge sent us a similar video. It shows prostitution actively taking place in Archer Heights and the Sleepy Hollow area too. This activity spans across the 22nd and the 23rd wards. Residents say it's been happening for months there, specifically along Cicero Avenue between 47th Street and Archer Avenue across a 5-block stretch. This is all in close proximity to Midway Airport. Maybe you've seen it on your way out of town. Residents claim this is a lucrative operation running openly while city officials in Chicago turn a blind eye and pimps sit near.
You know what's crazy? This economy is about to be so crazy. It's gonna be a lot of private people trying to sell that box. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now.
Piss in the pool, y'all. Can someone please explain to me what's going on with the dating pool? Like,
I played earlier. Hold
this motherfucker is infected with all sorts of diseases, mental illnesses.
We already seen her earlier, but we already know why she not getting no date. What do you mean? Like, what do y'all think is supposed to be out there?
Almost $1,800 a month. Hold
Hold on. This was a crazy case that I found.
100.
I tell you what, it's about to get harder before it gets easier. So I think the ladies should start being a little bit more nicer because y'all see what's happening.
And $58, sometime a little bit more than that. Every 2 weeks to come out my check for those kids.
The first question I had was, how much monthly is he supposed to be paying for Journey?
According to my calculations, it's $1,435.
I'm listening to you and everybody else, and he showed me his check stub. So, but you guys are saying that it's like it's more. So it's like I'm like confused right now.
Miss Randall, you said that you wanted to move to Houston. Why do you think you should be allowed to go to Houston?
I had wanted to start over.
Well, that may be. The problem is that Mr. Everett is entitled to time with Journey. And if I let you move to Houston, then that's going to have a negative impact on Mr. Everett's ability to spend time with Journey. Mr. Everett, what if I discounted your child support if you let Miss Randall move to Houston?
How much a discount you're talking about?
Look, he said, how much we talking? Thank you, Ebony. I appreciate you. And I love your channel. Salute to you. Orange looks good on you. And your skin is popping. Thank you, baby. I so appreciate you. Thanks for the super chats, guys.
Well, I don't know. If you were gonna spend time with Journey, it'd probably be pretty substantial.
And another thing is too, I don't want to put her dad, which is who you guys are talking. I don't want to put him in a bind.
I mean, Mr. Everett had said something when we got started on this hearing that he thought you and he had worked something out.
We did work something out, but now that I'm listening, can I pick a certain amount of back pay that I would like to do?
No, ma'am. Before you said you didn't want back child support in this case because you didn't think that Mr. Everett could afford it. Now you're changing your mind in regards to that?
Yes.
So now she done found out that now she done seen his check stub, so now she probably wants more money.
I'm trying to work with him. I'm working with him. And I'm trying to do what's best for my daughter at the same time. I need him to work with me as well, too. And I don't feel like he's working with me right now. He's not saying enough. I need him, and I know he's listening to me. I need him to say.
Deja has already moved to Houston.
Is that true, Miss Randall? Have you already moved to Houston?
I have, and then I have not moved there.
It only requires a yes or no answer.
No, I don't. I don't stay there.
What is your current address, and where is that? What city?
Houston, Texas, Harris County.
Miss Overstreet, your case is dismissed. There will be no child support. There will be no medical support. There will be no visitation. There will be no finding that Mr. Everett is the father.
Oh no, she must be a little slow because they asked her where she lived at earlier. She tried to lie. Then he asked her where you live at, and she literally just said that's the thing. When you have a kid with somebody, you're not allowed to just move somewhere else. Talking about you just want to start your life over. Why do women try to take the kids and just think they just get to move them where they want to? Like, who y'all think y'all are? You are? You can't do that. You share. You are sharing your child with somebody.
The mother has moved and changed residences to Harris County. And if a new lawsuit will have to be filed in this case, it will have to be filed in Harris County. You don't get to have all of it. Okay? You don't get to live where you want to live in violations of the laws of this county, but then move off somewhere else and hope that I'm going to continue to hit Mr. Everett for max child support and max retroactive child support. You can't have both.
So look, she thought she was going to move somewhere else, hit him off with the max child support. Like, come on, I mean, I think they said he was already paying her like what, $1,400, and she wanted more. And then you think you just gonna move? I'm gonna tell y'all, men, right now, the women are not allowed to move with y'all's children like that. So when y'all be hearing men talking about she moved to Alabama and this, she not out doing it. Go find something on her. Go find you. They have to have written permission. So do not let these little hyenas fool y'all. They can't. Definitely not the brightest. Definitely not the brightest. Written permission, lock her up all day long. I mean, come on now. Like, what's going on? Did y'all see this lady that got mad when she's in the store? This is all from this lady going off in Dollar Tree.
Oh my God. Is the police on the way? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Calm down. Wow.
Why did she touch her like she was a Shih Tzu? Why she touch her like a poodle? Like, calm down, ma'am. She is past calm down. It makes you wonder, where y'all raised at? Were you allowed to just are y'all letting y'all's kids tear up their room or something like this? Like, what kind of mental problem do you have to where you think that you can just go in establishment and just start knocking everything down like you Donkey Kong? I hope they lock her up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure and find her case. I'm gonna make sure and find this woman's case because I want to see exactly what they gave her.
This is crazy. I don't even want what I get.
The security, it don't look like they got none.
This is crazy, bro.
He said that's when you broke.
She went as far as
That's crazy to me. I tell y'all now, people think that's cute when their kids be telling them no and hitting them back and stuff. When they no, you better get them kids in check while they're young. If not, you gonna have this. You gonna have Shatika in the stores acting like a whole tornado. Like, that's sad. And check out this court case. Somebody sent me this. If you in here, let me know if you in here because thank you for the video.
emailing my CEO and telling them that I was a dishonest person and almost got me fired. She put my promotion at jeopardy with that. So, yeah.
So his ex is emailing his CEO because she's mad.
I'm suing for that.
She emailed the CEO of your job?
Yes, she did.
About what? Hold on.
She was
About
just,
what?
again, this is spite. She was working out of spite. She told them that I was a dishonest person and a whole bunch of other, different other things to defame.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you
I
do
did.
that, Miss Evans?
And
why do you think the CEO of his company cares about what's going on with your personal relationship with Mr. Miller?
now that I think about it, he doesn't. But when I did it at the time, I was triggered by what I saw on social media, and it was more so of like an emotional outburst. So I wasn't trying to like jeopardize his livelihood, but
you definitely were.
It was just like me wanting to like let someone know like the things that I was going through and like how hurt I was and betrayed.
Let someone know that, so the CEO of his company is the person you want to let know what you're going through personally, not your therapist, not your minister, not your sister, not your mama, the CEO of his company. You're kidding me, right?
So I felt like if he was dishonest at home, I'm pretty sure that he was dishonest at work because I just know his character.
Really?
So.
Okay, so let me see what you said that you needed to get something off your chest. Let me see the email that you submitted into evidence, Mr. Miller. This is pretty disturbing. Let me see the email. You wrote 3 paragraphs to the CEO of his company?
And I'm not proud of that. Like, I'm not.
Oh, no, you had to be proud because you took the time to write a letter to the CEO. So you must be proud of what you wrote. Let me see. Let me take a moment and look at this evidence. And you submitted the letter into evidence, Mr. Miller. I want to take a moment and read this.
This letter.
The subject line, concerns regarding employee behavior. I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to inform you about some concerning behavior exhibited by your employee, Jordan Miller. I've been in a personal relationship with him for the past few years. I feel it's important you be aware of his actions. He's consistently demonstrated dishonesty, manipulation, a complete lack of respect for women. He's lied and manipulated situations to suit his needs. Given the way he behaves at home, I believe these patterns may extend into his professional life as well. I'm sure you would want to know the full scope of his behavior. I hope you will take this information seriously. Okay, so you were trying to get him fired from his job.
And that whole situation, Your Honor,
You're trying to get him fired from
caused
his
them to
job.
hold up my promotion, and they did a full investigation that took 2 weeks. 2 weeks they investigated me over this letter.
You're trying to get him fired from his job. Why? Because you're upset about him breaking up with you? See, the PS5 is one thing. I think that's petty and, but now you're talking about affecting someone's livelihood, and you have a 3-year-old child together that you say he takes care of.
No.
Are you stupid? So how is he going to take care of a child with you if he doesn't have a job?
I wasn't trying to get him fired.
You were trying to get this man. Why do people do stuff and then they be like, I wasn't trying to do that? Yes, you were.
But I was.
Oh no, you were absolutely trying to get him fired from his job. Wow. That tells me all I need to know. Not only about how you are in a relationship, because see, it's not about how it's easy to treat people well when things are going well between the two of you. But you want to know the true character of a person? How do they treat you when things aren't going well? When the breakup is happening, when there's a fallout happening, how do they treat you then? That's how you know somebody's true character. This is going way overboard. And it also tells me about who you are as a parent. Because you can't be so angry and so upset with the father of your child that you're willing to hurt your own child to try to get back at him. And that's exactly what you did.
Your Honor, I'm not proud of that.
Because you sat here in court today and you told me that he was a good parent. How's he going to support his child if he doesn't have a job? Because you've ruined his career. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
She didn't just sell my PS5, Your Honor. It's like she possessed a piece of my peace and tried to ruin my reputation. And when it comes to seeing my son, I haven't been able to see him the same way because of the breakup as well.
That is not true.
You've got to.
She definitely did that. She definitely is not letting this man see his child. That's exactly what happens.
Go to family court, Mr. Miller. In regards to your visitation rights.
That is crazy. You telling me that how you gonna get any child support if you go to jail? And why do women always be like, well, I was emotional. Nobody cares. You are in control of your emotions. You are in control of your emotions. You don't get to act like a toddler.
If she is somehow keeping your child away from you because she's being petty and vindictive and seeking revenge now because of this breakup, even if he's seeing somebody else, so what? It happens. You have to go to family court.
Oh yeah, this is over social media. He said, let's not forget that. That's the thing, right? You can't control people. I don't know why you cannot control people and what they do.
Because you have rights as a father. This is civil court. And what I'm about to tell Miss Evans, I hope this helps. But in regards to your visitation rights, if she is somehow keeping your child away from you because she's being petty and vindictive and seeking revenge now because of this breakup, even if he's seeing somebody else, so what? It happens. You don't try to get him fired from his job and prevent him from being able to take care of his child. But I'm not even sure if that happened. Your sister, who decided to become a private investigator, she doesn't even know. She followed him around 3-4 different places, she said in court today. And guess what she found? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. And you're emailing the CEO of his company? He does not want to know about your personal business and your personal affairs. Talk to your therapist.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you don't have a therapist, you get one because you need one. If your son grows up watching you using bitterness as a blueprint, what kind of man do you think he's going to become?
Not a good one.
So the next time you feel this level of spite rising up, ask yourself, is this going to help my child or is it just going to hurt his father? And ask yourself if it's worth it. You are lucky he did not lose his job and they cleared him at the end of this investigation. And your child is lucky because he needs his father. And he needs a mother who will put him first and not your own personal needs just because your feelings got hurt. It's ridiculous what you did, and it is defamation. A lot of people come into this courtroom and they sue for defamation of character. Oh, I was defamed. Somebody said this about me, social media. This is actually a case of defamation of character. So not only am I going to order you to pay the $500 for the value of the PS5, he did not abandon that. He left it. It was 36 hours. It wasn't 3 months. You were upset, you were angry, and you were doing whatever you could to lash out at him. You're going to pay him the $500, and you're going to pay him the $1,000 for defamation of character and emotional distress. My judgment in this case is for Mr. Miller, $1,500. You don't roll your eyes at me. You go and you get some help.
I ain't never seen Judge Faith get this mad, honey. She is hot. But think about it. This is what they do. I always tell people, you don't know somebody's true character until they are mad at you. This woman wrote the CEO of his job. And think about it. Who's she going to talk to? Ever. Because you see, she kept saying but, and like, she's not sad about this. She is not. Somebody said she's helping to raise the next Diddy. She is. And look at her. She didn't put that blue button up on. You know, that's the color that they say that they want you to wear whenever you go to court. It's blue. Blue and white. Divine Photo said, whoa. Yeah, she rolling them eyes hard. Like, what is wrong? And that's you said that you thought that was her mug shot. It do like a mug shot, the way that it's stuck on there. It definitely does look like a mug shot. And he looked like he just trying to get along. He looked like he just trying to eat him some food and just get along. That's all. That's all he trying to do. And she making it hard for him. Ladies, what do y'all think is gonna happen when y'all are leaving all these breadcrumbs around it, like, because y'all crazy? You know, you are leaving a whole, like, you are letting people know who you are. And social media, I mean, you can't hide nothing. You can't hide anything. Anything can be pulled up on social media. Anything. So let's just say she did meet somebody else. She meet another man and he hears this at all. He gonna know you crazy. Any woman that keeps her child from their father, it's nuts. And I mean nuts. And the more she talks about him, the more she degrades him and say he wasn't this, he wasn't that. You was messing with him. You gave that man the most important part of your body. And not less, you made a kid. You made a kid with this person. If he's so much of is Michael Myers and Freddie, but you having a baby with him, make that make sense. It doesn't at all. And this is what they do. Nick D said that was funny as F. Like, yeah, that's nuts. And there are so many videos like this where, you know, where just on here just looking crazy. You said he look high as F. Especially if you want to post it. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, Google her name. Yeah, I definitely gotta Google her name, see this show, cancel the date. Yeah, I'm gonna know what went on with this. I want to know if she's still with him. You know, I mean, he a bigger guy. You know, she probably made him something with some gravy. Probably had that crock pot popping. He didn't even know he had a whole crazy person on his hands. Look at her. That's kind of girl that's only cute on a date. She only cute on a date, Ebony, okay? Other than that, this kind of woman that will cut your tires and look you dead in your eyes while she doing it. She don't have no remorse. You see, she didn't care. She did not care. Like, even when she was sitting there, when she was calling her, she didn't care. She didn't care less. She did not care about none of that.
You know, I hope this helps.
Look at her.
But in regards to your visitation rights, if she is somehow keeping your child away from you because she's being petty and vindictive and seeking revenge now because of this breakup, even if he's seeing somebody else.
Look at her. She's shaking her head while she's talking. You know, you're not gonna get nothing into that little skull. And I tell you right now, fellas, if your child's mother do not let you see your children, he cannot do that. All you gotta do is make court date. They're so used to the moms doing that. I mean, it's a thing. So they're used to it. And normally the people that I've seen had to take their kids' mom to court, they normally had their kids like that next week. Something the same week. So you don't have to have a lot of money to do it. They don't care about if you got a criminal background. I mean, as long as you ain't do nothing too crazy. I mean, but you got a background, you can still take them to court. So do not let that. I don't know. And I don't know why the men, I don't know why their family don't be telling them, you ain't got to be in the street fighting with Shantaka. Take her to court.
So what? It happens. You don't try to get him fired from his job and prevent him from being able to take care of his child. But I'm not even sure if that happened. Your sister, who decided to become a private investigator, she doesn't even know. She followed him around 3-4 different places, she said in court today. And guess what she found? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. And you're emailing the CEO of his company? He does not want...
Look at her. You see the way she looked down? She looked down like, ooh, well, she looked down like... She looked down like, ooh, I want to smack the judge. Like this girl is evil. She look crazy. And she knows she probably don't even dress like that. This right here, this is like costume for right now. Look, Sam said, I thought I would be afraid I would run across a woman like this. Yeah, a lot do. A lot do. And imagine, he gonna have to be bothered with this woman for years. For years. This woman, she got crazy eyes. I know crazy eyes when I see them, and she got them. She got them. Oh yeah, she got a cold heart. She the ice princess for real. She the ice princess for real. She do not care. And she care less. She looking at him. She looking at him like he crazy. Where's that Kendra G video? Did somebody send it to him already? Where did let me see. He can put it in the chat actually. Who had it? Was it Divine? Let me see. Because you might can put it in the chat. Let's see. He got this video that he want me to see. Where's it at, Divine? So I can find this video with Kendra. Yeah, she got no remorse in her eyes at all. Kendra over there talking about men. Kendra tried to really play her little, she tried to play her little self off to Kevin Samuels. But her real self comes out. It comes out all the time. I always tell people, your representative only gonna last for about a couple weeks. Like her real personality is coming back out. And she is not playing. Let me see. Did y'all send it to my email? Did y'all send me something? Let me see if I got it. If I got it, I'll play it. Let me look real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see here. Ash did a video on. Oh, Shay did do one on Kendra. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Oh, let's go to that one. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let me close this out. Let's go over to O'Shea. Matter of fact, hold up. Let me find that video. Give me 1 second, guys. Because he sure did. Let me see here. Where's the one ad that she just did about Kendra? There we go. Is this one? Yeah, this is it. Hold up. All right, let me go back over here. All right, let me take this one down real quick. Let me add this one to the thing. Share screen.
Has no husband. The last man she had was an
Hold on, guys. Hold on, let me fix that.
who Tasha K ripped her all up through the internet on. And she doesn't give any good advice. Every opportunity she gets, she takes it to insult or demean a black man, or to insult or demean a black woman. She really is just, it seems like a very nasty, vile person. But y'all will continuously call in on her show and let her insult you for whatever reason, demean you, speak to you like she's above you in some way, shape, or form. Why? Because she got a YouTube channel. Damn.
In 2025, Kendra G's singles live show is still hot. She's making a ton of money and getting a ton of opportunities from it. She's going on to podcasts, major news networks, and even having speed dating events. But of course, the number one thing that happens on her show are the down bad contestants that come onto the platform. And I think that's what most people make fun of. They'll be like women with like 6 kids by 4 different guys, and they'll demand a guy make $1 million a year.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is?
And because of that, a lot of men comment negatively on her videos, not really roasting her, but roasting the bad situations of usually the women that come on them. Now, obviously, also YouTubers react to the videos, and as of late, Kendra G has stopped that.
So they're moving fast, which I appreciate. Some of it is done from single men, right? But how are you a single man critiquing the people coming on my show looking for love? You're single. Like, you're literally in the same boat as the guest that you're talking about.
What she's doing is taking videos down by filing copyright claims.
And she's losing those claims too, by the way. And the guests that she has on her show, them kids be crazy.
Ultimately, what she's telling the audience is, you're single, you don't have anybody, so why are you making fun of somebody who don't have anybody either? Woo! Well, Kendra, you got a point. We shouldn't be talking about people who are single. But then again, you have a singles dating platform, and guess what? You can't get a man either. Woo! And then today, it happened. I wasn't even looking for Kendra G's videos. I was looking at something else until this video came up.
Honey, Kendra G is the last person I take dating advice from. This is a woman in her 40s, has no husband. The last man she had was a Nigerian scammer who Tasha K ripped her all up through the internet on. And she doesn't give any good advice. Every opportunity she gets, she takes it to insult or demean a black man.
And Tasha K did say something about her, and she did not respond back to Tasha K. So, I mean, she definitely responded back to all the men. She didn't say nothing to Tasha K. So maybe she just doesn't like men sometimes.
Or to insult or demean a black woman.
Now, this particular lady is saying that Kendra G gives bad advice. She's rude to her guests and things like that. But she talks about the fact that Tasha K exposed Kendra G for having a scammer boyfriend. Rewind. I think it was around 2024. Kendra G was involved with a Nigerian guy, and he paid for her yacht that day.
It is my birthday. Hey. We're on a yacht, private yacht today. Bob is our captain.
It was on her birthday and everything was going well. Now, remember, Kendra G was just talking about how we have no right to make fun of people who are single. But what did we end up finding out about her boyfriend?
Not your husband, but your boyfriend. Hey, how was that Kendra G scrutinizing women about their requirements and preferences in a mate when she's parading around Los Angeles and being love bombed by Hush Puppy Jr., the Nigerian day?
Not Hush Puppy Jr. And you're right, she does not want the smoke from Tasha, but she didn't care about getting the smoke from the guys. I mean, she was going off on the guys, but she says nothing to Tasha K.
AKA Donovan Johnson, AKA Don Johnson, AKA Reginald Green, AKA Terrence Reed, AKA James Wright, AKA Timothy Price, and the list goes on. She is head over heels in love with a notorious scammer that recently came home from federal prison for bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering.
Oh yeah, Kendra G was dealing with a scammer. But then again, the lady goes back and continues more as to why she feels that Kendra G is a scam.
She really is just, it seems like a very nasty, vile person. But y'all will continuously call in on her show and let her insult you for whatever reason, demean you, speak to you like she's above you in some way, shape, or form. Why? Because she got a YouTube channel. Damn.
So again, this is more or less a continuation of her previous arguments, but she's just adding, listen, you guys shouldn't even waste your time going on there because of her attitude. But then she brought up something that I never thought about.
And have you noticed that whenever a white person gets on her show, she lights up and she's so nice and polite to them, but then she'll go to the next caller and it's a black woman. Well, I'm just matching your energy. She is literally the picture of a stereotypical angry, mean black woman.
Now, this is interesting. She's saying, listen, when Kendra G is interviewing white people, she's never having a problem with the whites. Now, it could be because the whites are not confrontational and then most of the shows are black. So it makes sense that a black person could be confrontational. But I think this is spot on.
And I think she actually I feel like she almost go off a little bit more on the women who are not black sometimes. Is it me? Because I feel like she goes off a little bit. She tries to tell them, like she puts them in their place to me. That's what I've been seeing. What y'all think?
Because I've never seen Kendra G ever get into it with a white person. But I do see Kendra G doing this with black people.
But I don't want to be corrected. You can't reprimand me. If I'm telling you, I apologize.
Baby girl, you won't let me talk. You talked about me over talking you, and now you're doing the same thing.
Why are we arguing on your show?
It's not about arguing. I'm having a conversation. What I said is, when you watch it back, you'll see where it went left. And it went left. You're saying women.
And I said I apologize.
You're saying women are emotional.
They
are.
are.
You as yourself as a woman.
Yeah.
It went left when you just refused to hear me out. When you refused to honor what I had to say about myself. That's where it went left.
But you didn't. But you can't accept the fact that if I said I apologize, if you took it the wrong way.
I did accept your apology.
So why are we still talking about it?
Now, again, this particular video that came out yesterday has a lot of comments, and I kind of wanted to go into them to see if this was really true. Chubb says, damn, glad somebody had to say it. Glad it's from another woman.
Woo!
She went on Kevin Samuel's show. After that, she realized he was right and then started this horrible attempt to mimic him. Queen Accountability, shout out to her. I believe it. She blocked me last time I called her a scammer.
Got him.
It's weird to me how black women take all this advice from women that aren't married or never been married, or a side chick, or somehow a relationship guru, but aren't in a relationship, gay BM on how to get a white man and a transmissioner, and wonder why all their relationships fail. Damn. But then this comment stuck out to me the most. Damn, that's the same thing y'all said about Kevin Samuels. Wow. Fast forward. This is the crux of the entire argument. And I kind of want to deal with this because, yeah, don't get me wrong. Kendra G can have times where she is openly critical or openly rude to guests or even men. But Kendra G talks to so many people, like 3 to 4 times a week. She probably has thousands of these episodes. I mean, yeah, you could probably give 1 off or 2 off the fact that like she could be rude. But to be honest, I've seen people be very, very rude to her. I've seen women be rude to her. I've seen men cut her off. So, to be honest, I don't really see the excessive rudeness that Kendra G has all the time. Like most of Kendra G's videos don't go viral, and it's only the bigger videos that do go viral. But here's a situation that I'm seeing, like everything this lady said in that video is the same exact thing that they said about Kevin Samuels when he was living. They said Kevin Samuels wasn't in a relationship, so he shouldn't be talking about relationships. He's rude. Why do you go on the show? Basically, he's problematic. He's not trying to help black men. He's not trying to help black women. So why are you going on there? And see here.
And the crazy thing was he was trying to help the women. He was trying to help the women. I think that Kevin Simmons was a consultant. I don't think Kendra is more like just trying to do like a dating show. And her guests are crazy, and she does pander a lot to the guests, you know. And I do feel like when a woman is not black, I do feel like she's harder on them though. I didn't seen a lot of black women come on there and show their butts.
Here's what I've noticed with Kendra G. The last few years, especially the last 2 years, she's realized the delusion that people have in the black community towards relationships. And so being a person who's an entrepreneur, and you have to be very accountable when you're in business. So you're up all day, you have to work, you have to reinvest, you have to, do these things. And then people are coming on making excuses for why they didn't be successful. And so Kendra G, who used to be, I would say, very, 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 very pro woman, is taking the side of men sometimes. And so what happens is when you're a woman and you start to see things through a man's lens, it could be like you're a traitor somehow. Now, don't get me wrong. The woman said that, yes, she disrespects black men too. But here's the problem that you see in dating. A lot of men are not interested in dating like women. Okay. So if you want to be in a dating business, and that's what Kendra G is doing, there is no absolute way you can ignore men. I had the Pan African Dating Show, for example, here in East Africa. We have speed dating events. And guess what? The moment that you start ignoring men, you have a bunch of women coming out, fine women out there, booties, everything. And then you have no guys interested. So if you don't look at what men are interested in dating, you don't have a business. Women will start complaining. Where are all the men at? There's nothing women in here. Ain't nobody with that kind of stuff. Where the dudes at? All right. And so now what's happening is that Kendra G is seeing relationships from a man's point of view, being in this business. And of course, sometimes she's going to come down hard on the women. Obviously, she is, I wouldn't call her a feminist, but she's feminist leaning. But I have seen her become.
She's definitely a feminist. And I definitely think, of course, she's going to try to get the men things on her show because, I mean, the men are the market. But I've seen her go off on the men.
A little bit more balanced. And so when you do that, and when you start telling people in the black community that the reason why you can't have what you want is because of you, people are going to look to discredit what you're saying. And to be fair, I've heard Kendra G say, listen, you want a man with $1 million a year, but you got 4 kids by 4 different guys. Like, why do you think somebody wants to deal with that? And I'm going to tell you, a lot of women will not want to hear that. And just because it's a woman saying it, that doesn't mean that they want to hear it from her either. Now, don't get me wrong. If Kevin Samuel says it or a man says it, it's easy to push it off as being misogynist. But nobody, even a woman, doesn't want to hear Kendra G tell another woman that you can't have what you want because your delusion is not reality.
Yeah, you're right, Samson. He definitely, them women that was on his show, I did a live not too long ago about how, because people were saying he was so mean. I was like, nah, I don't think y'all realize he told them women to call back in for a private session. And they kept going because they were trying to get a free session. And they kept asking him crazy stuff. So he was like, okay, let's do this. He wasn't trying to be mean to them.
So what you're going to start to see is women coming across Kendra G and basically accusing her of the same thing that they accused Kevin Samuels on. But the reality is that men are going to be men, and men are just not going to accept anything. The more you try to express this to women, the more they dislike the person or dislike the person's ideology. It's okay if you're catering a dating show towards women, and men, you got to do this to get a woman. And that's typically how it used to start. Like when I was coming up, all the dating books were like how to pick up chicks, how to approach women, all that. Days have changed. Some guys still do it, but that's not as important as it is anymore. Men are less interested in real serious relationships than before. And so now it's, like on the behalf of women to try to figure things out and see what men want. And I'm going to be honest, I just really haven't heard a whole bunch of consistent criticism that Kendra G has towards men. No, don't get me wrong, she will do it. And she can be very rude and very mean. But to be honest, almost consistently, I hear her challenging women's opinions about what they should be getting. And that is being fair. That's somebody who wants to stay in business and care about men at speed dating events or on your dating apps or guys who are going to be customers. I can tell you, even in Africa where you don't have like the red pills.
I definitely don't see her challenging the women that come on her show. I mean, she might be like, like, and she'll say, well, the men are going to ask, why do you deserve that or something like that? But she does not challenge them. What do y'all think?
So much for Uganda. It's hard to get guys out to dating events because you want to know why guys feel like they don't even have a chance meeting women or discussing women. So they don't even want to deal with it. And it's the same thing with Kendra G. Like, she first probably thought it was all about ladies. Then she started getting into this business and understood that men's ideas are the most important in this business because it's dating leads to marriage and you want to get married. A guy has to say yes. So if she's not asking the questions that these men want, they're not gonna just pay attention. And no woman will be taken seriously there. So now women are upset with Kendra G because she's telling the truth or asking truthful questions. This is not to say that Kendra G doesn't have problems and it's not biased towards women. She definitely is very biased towards women. But this
is what I think. I think that she's not, I don't even know why they compare her to Kevin because I never seen her in that type of light. I feel like when the women are asking for crazy stuff, she does not challenge them like at all. Like, I don't see her doing that. Maybe I ain't watched every single show, but I haven't seen her talking about real situations. It says she challenges by dipping her feet in the water. And she never flat out says the truth. She doesn't. When they say $200,000 earning men, like, to me, if a woman was to come on my show and say she wanted a man who made $200,000, I mean, I would ask her where she live at, what does she do, how old is she, all that stuff matters. And then I would tell her, how many men do you think out there make that kind of money? And Kendra doesn't do that. She just says somebody in the audience wants to know. So I don't really see her challenging anybody. She only challenges somebody when she feels like somebody's getting smart with her. Like, she does not keep it real. Most women don't keep it real with other women. This is why women feel the way they feel because of a person like her. Even when she does the body cam and she's like, "Ooh, you got booty." They be having booty, stomach, everything. They be looking like they got diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol. She does not say anything about that. Like, she's more of a clout chaser to me. And when she does get mad, all she does is talk about her money. Like she always talking about how much more money she has than somebody else. So I don't see her challenging anyone. I don't think she leaves any woman with any good. I mean, I don't see her giving anybody good advice. Like, I feel like she runs a dating show and it's for entertainment purposes, more or less than anything else. But I don't see nobody leaving there with something. Like, I don't see somebody leaving there but like, "Ooh, I learned something." I don't see that. It says, Divine Photo says, Kendra don't know much about dating as she thinks she does. Kendra always said all she wanted to do was make money. I mean, y'all seen that her and Kevin video. That was her main concern, is to make money. She doesn't really want to date anybody. I think she does, but she honestly thinks she's way up here, like most women do when they make a lot of money. This is why when women make money, they end up leaving their spouse a lot of times because they're making money now. I've seen it. If a woman makes more than her man, she even thinks of him in a lesser way, which does not make any sense because men have been taking women out of the drainage dumps and and sewers forever, as I always say. So only women do that. Only women do not like to date down. Men do. Men will date down without no problem. And not even date down. A man can make the same as much as money as a woman, and a woman will be like, "Oh no, he just doesn't make enough." I'll be like, "He makes the same amount as you." But that's because the world inflates women's egos. I mean, to even call a woman average is looked at as an insult. And it shouldn't be looked at as an insult when somebody like, I'm an average woman. And I'm okay with that. Like, if you call a woman average or a leftover, they'll cuss you out. They will cuss you out. And I think that's because the world has put them on a pedestal. The world has put them on a pedestal. But they are sin. Like, why do you think somebody's going to come save you? Nobody's coming to save y'all. It said Kendra and KS was seen in a room together. That's the comparison. Yeah, you're right. I don't think there's any comparison when it comes to that. Kendra G, Cloud, money chaser all day long. All day long. Even with that dating show, even with her trying to get people reactions channels not to show her videos. Without the reactions channels, I believe that she's kind of more or less mad because the reaction channels are getting more views. The reaction channels are getting more views than what she's getting. So I think she's mad. But it doesn't mess with her channel. Them women still gonna go on there. Says Kendra G, Cloud, Kendra G, Cloud, and Money Chaser. Hold up, I already read that one. Sorry, guys. Says leaving STI, leaving with an STI or a kid. All of them, like, you know what I mean? Like the last one I seen on there, it was a lady on there. She had three kids, and she said she wanted the man to come in and pay all the bills, and she said she wanted to be in the room painting in the next room. And she gave her a little smoke, but she wasn't black. She looked like she might have been Mexican or something like that. So that's what I mean when I say I don't see her saying that to the Shatikas. I don't. Because Kendra knows that this is a money glitch that allows her to thrive. We're so single. And as you see, her channel is not booming how it used to boom. Which most YouTube channels have not seen, the ratings is different. The analytics are different. But that's why she went on and made that little app she has. And I think that dating app is like $35 or $40 or something like that. She doesn't care about the fact that she promotes this function. And she does promote. So when O'Shea just said, well, he feels like, like it's the kind of the same way they did Kevin, as far as like how they used to say Kevin's not married and this and that. They're totally different. Totally different. Kevin was more of a consultant. I mean, Kendra is a radio disc jockey person. You know what I mean? She doesn't care about, like, she thinks it's funny. Like, most of them people, I be wanting to call CPS on them people, on her guests. Her guests are crazy. Like, they are nuts. Ever notice when a woman gets a higher position at a job, they act differently? They do. And I just said that. Like, I know people who got a $10,000 raise. And as soon as they got that raise, they wanted to leave Mike. They wanted to get rid of Mike. All of a sudden, Mike is not ambitious. He doesn't have any ambition. All of a sudden, Mike ain't doing nothing to change his life. Yeah, like seriously. Yeah, most of us are all average, right? Say that to most women. Women will cuss you out calling them average. They really, honestly, they don't know no better. Y'all seen the videos I played earlier? They don't think they're average. It says, we are not all average, but in a lot of cases, average is the nicest way to put it. We need to promote reality, right? And when I say average, right, when you talking about most of us in the world, I will say most people are average, right? That's what I'm saying. Like even come to women, like you don't see 9s and 10s just walking around. You just don't see 9s and 10s like all over. You can go the whole day. I mean, depending on what city you in. But you're not just gonna see a whole bunch of 9s and 10s just walking around. You just don't. What up, Purge the BS? Kendra is getting wide. Yes, she is getting wide. Yes, she is. She's getting wide. She better slow it down. It says Kendra's YouTube show has fallen off. Yeah, she's not getting the ratings. She's not getting the ratings like she used to. I heard she got a podcast now too. Says Kevin had qualifications to consult people. Kendra does not. You cannot compare. Yeah, you can't. You can't compare them. Who is qualified to someone who is not? Exactly. Totally different people. And everybody was saying she's trying like Kevin. I think she was kind of noticing that the women most women want all the same top 3% of men. They all want the same men. That's why a lot of women got babies by the same men. You know, like they all want the same ones, which is ridiculous. Like you should get whatever you are. You very rarely see I watched a documentary the other day and they put the numbers on the people. They were saying who was 10s, who was 2s, who was 3s, and the 10s was picking the 10s. The 9s was picking the 9s, the 8 was picking the 8s. The 4s was picking the 4s. Like you did not see nobody that was considered a 9 or 10 picking the 4s on either side. So, I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. And I think when it comes to women, women feel like they deserve a Russell Wilson. It don't matter what their position is in life. It doesn't matter who they are. They honestly feel that. I know 60-year-old women right now that say if a man don't got more than her, she's not getting with him. I mean, you got older women on here. Remember I played that video? That lady was like in her 70s or 80s. She might have been in her 80s. And she was telling women not to date a man if he was in an apartment. She was like, if he doesn't have a house, do not date him. As Kendra and the women that come on live stream want the same. They all do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Kendra did have somebody apply on her app and it was somebody she wanted, you not gonna meet him. she gonna try to figure out who he is herself. And the delusion of it all, like even the science, right? Let's talk about science. Even when Kevin was like, well, what age do you think women should have kids? She was like, well, it just depends. I mean, that's the part that is weird to me. Like when you fighting against science, you fighting against facts, you fighting against statistics. That's where you go. You don't see what's happening. You don't understand what's happening. So they all want the top 3%. Yeah, babies by bums. Remember I played that video the other day about the lady that said all these men want to do is come live with you. They're homeless. Well, if you're letting homeless men in your house, that's on you. That's on you. And when you look at the woman, that looks like who you should be letting in your house. I don't see Brad Pitt, LeBron James walking up to that door. So I mean, and that's the part they don't understand. And you get mad when they're left with them left with the kids. Like he never showed you anything else. He showed you what he was gonna be. So that's all we saying. That's all Kevin was trying to say. Kevin was telling the women. He was actually giving them game what not to do. He was giving them game what not to do. So, but we live in a world right now where if you tell a woman something that she don't like, that looks like I mean, it looks bad to her. She thinks that you're being negative. Look how we pump up Precious or we pump up Lizzo. Like, like people like body positivity. Body positivity is killing us. It is killing us right now. I mean, back in the day, elders would tell the baby boomers would tell the people, like, you getting too big, you getting unhealthy, you need to do this. Now it's looked at as if you say something, it's looked at as body shaming. And this is why our teenagers are so large. Because nobody can say nothing. If your mama and your family can't say something to you, who can say something to you? I mean, nobody can. And this is why a regular size 10 in America, everybody's going to ask that woman, "Oh, you skinny?" They're going to be like, "Oh, you so skinny?" Because we're trying to make the men accept it. We're trying to make the men accept a size 38 waist. You know? And until Kevin, there was other men talking about it, but when he actually had his platform, I just think it was seen. it was seen. It's something that we never talk enough about how these women are demons. The kids are born with no structure. Then they are guilt tripped their whole entire lives. They complain. Yeah, they're not allowed complaining. They're not allowed complaining. You know, the kids didn't ask to be here. And a lot of the moms, they make they make their son husbands. A lot of women think their grown son should pay their bills. I've seen it. I've seen women who are single and Valentine's Day come and they be waiting on their son to take them out. And they don't want their sons married. A lot of them, not all. Is that it's the body shame and lose weight, then nothing to shame. Man, I'm telling you, all I can say is when it comes to the classiness of a lot of women, and I can speak to women right now and about women because it is out of control. The bonnets, I talk about the bonnets all the time. Why are we in a society where women don't even comb their hair at all? And you only gonna put on pajamas? I mean, come on now. So now unless you just gonna let yourself go and don't care. And it don't matter what job they got. They have a really good job. They got a really good job and they actually can pay for a better diet. They actually can pay for stuff that somebody else cannot pay for. They don't want to. They don't want to. And you know, we all make excuses about different things. But when it comes to a lot of the women, they will have a million and one excuses. You ever, I mean, I don't watch 600-Pound Life, but the little clips I watch where the ladies be like, I don't eat nothing. There's no way that you're not eating nothing. And if you're not, that means that you have the most expensive thing. If you can sell that I mean, how are you doing that? I mean that you can cure all the famine in the world. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, but you see what I'm saying? That's science. That's science, and they go against science. Kendra is frustrated with her own life decisions. Oh, definitely she is. Definitely she is. Because think about this. When she gets done with all of her YouTubing, with all her apps and everything like that, I mean, you can have all the money in the world. If you unhappy, you unhappy. So, and I think now we live in such a boss babe culture until this year. Until this year. This year is going to be the year that this right here is going to break us down. It's going to make us realize, oh, this is what Kevin was talking about. As he always said, winter's coming, and it's already here. Look at all the repos. Look at all the evictions. Like, I mean, it's going down right now. So, but now you hear the women on there talking about how they want a man, but it's because they want them for financial reasons a lot of times. At least that's what they're saying. They got tons of videos where women are like, well, I wish I had somebody to take this car note. I wish I had somebody to help pay these bills. I wish I had some, but it's nothing about their character. It's nothing about them meeting somebody. I'd be like, are they listening to this video? And then they get mad when I cook them. Like, you know what I mean? And I realize I'm a woman and I can say some things that men can't say. Even when you look at Pop the Balloon or different shows like that, think about how the women go on there and they roast them and they let them men have it. And when they ask the men that they don't even say what they really want to say because it's looked at as if you're bashing them. It's looked at as if you're bashing them. Like, the Bible is a keep cooking, Anna. You know I will. Like, seriously. And nobody's saying nothing. Ron James said, I'm telling y'all, if we could somehow design a bonnet with a wig attached, we could make a bundle. We could make a bundle. Yeah. And even that, I had a conversation with a young lady the other day about bonnets. And when I tell you, she was going off and she was not letting up. She's like, well, I know a lot of people who do their hair, and that don't mean that they're better than me because I don't do my hair. It's like, it wasn't resonating. It wasn't resonating. You telling me that when you go down the street and you see a car full of bonnets, I mean, you don't see no other race that does that. You don't. Don't be wrong. You got the hillbillies and stuff sometimes that walk in Walmart with the pajamas on, but nowhere near how we are. No other race of women lets their men have it live and open on social media or just anywhere. I heard a group of ladies the other day talking, and they were just talking. They were all married. And they were talking about how if they could do it all over, they wouldn't do it again. And I let them talk. And after they got done, I was like, you do understand that your younger generation can hear you talking, and y'all are in a pretty good place from what I see. I was like, and what y'all are saying, y'all don't understand how that's not good. Do y'all want y'all granddaughters and daughters to grow up with no one? They already, we already live in a very awkward society. People walk inside of places, don't say hi to each other. Samson said delusion is crazy. She said, I don't do my hair. How are you going to do your hair less than a man? Yes, they don't care. They don't care. And that's the part that gets to me. Like, when did we get to a point of we don't care? I talked about this the other night on my show. I was like, why do women want to go do their hair, lose weight, get themselves together, go look like something when they break up with their spouse? When they break up with their spouse, then that's they go, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to lose some weight. Maybe I need to get myself together. But when you was sitting next to Ron, you didn't care less if you was stinking. You didn't care if you didn't brush your teeth. Like, where is that as a society? Like, where did we get? But you got to think. You got the celebrities doing it. You had Kardashian and her kids walking down the street with bonnets on. Or you got Cardi B wearing her pajamas outside. I mean, people look at that and they look at that like real life. They honestly do. I mean, look at Cardi now, pregnant. Why she married by a man that already had 3 kids on the way. And women are defending it. Like, they are defending it as if they are in the movie 300. Like, they really are. I seen a video the other day where the girl said, I mean, things happen. I mean, nobody's perfect. And why, as women, why do y'all go through to the worst thing that y'all can think of? Like, when y'all try to compare, like, we gotta stop doing that. I mean, that doesn't help. I mean, if the average woman is only making about $32,000 to $40,000 a year, and all the prices are going up, how are y'all going to survive? How y'all gonna survive without nobody else? Like, I don't think y'all realize how it's really about to go down. Where they gonna do with all the women? What they gonna do with all the homeless women? Because, I mean, shelters only can hold so many people. All the ones that got the kids, you know? I mean, what are you gonna do with all them? Like, and that's where it gets real. It's like your attitude. Talked about how the women don't want to smile sometimes. Why you want to walk around looking mean? Like, look around. I look at women. Even the way something as simple as little girls sitting down. Like, they have bad posture. Legs be wide open. Elders back in the day would tell you to sit right, sit straight up, stand up. You wasn't allowed slouching. You wasn't allowed making faces. Like, when did we lose that? When did we lose that type of parenting? It's going to take a revolutionary woman to change the women in the Black community. Oh, yeah, definitely. I think they're probably going to try to stone her first. Like, but the thing is, they got to be able to listen. They got to be able to listen. I told this story the other day about a woman that she was cussing out her child's father in front of the child. But she was telling him what to do and telling him what he don't know how to do. And I said, if you talk to her father like that, how do you think she's going to talk to the men? How do you think she's going to talk to a man when she gets older? She's going to disrespect her father. You disrespect your father, a man ain't got nothing coming. He has nothing coming. Same way when it goes towards the men, disrespecting their mama. You and she was like, well, they argue all the time. Your daughter should not be arguing with her father. But this is where the disconnect is at. Until the women actually step up and start saying, yeah, we in the wrong. Like, because when men say it, it's like, oh, he don't know he a man. Like, I think they look at it like, well, you don't know. But men say they don't like all the tattoos all on your neck, all over your arms, your body, your piercings. Y'all got piercings. I didn't even know piercings can go in those places. It's like, why are y'all trying to look like y'all in Mad Max so hard? Like, what is the rebellion about? That's what I don't understand. Like, what is the rebellion about? Like, if y'all like men, why y'all doing a lot of stuff that the men don't like? If the men are telling you, I don't like this, and you're doing it, like, why are we fighting so hard to do it? That's the part that needs to be talked about. And I think you're right. In the black community, I mean, but look at Cardi. Look at that part of the community. Like, look how they pump that up. Like, people mad, they like, seriously. Thank you so much, babe. I so appreciate you for the super chat, Air Force Reek. First time catching a live. Thank you, baby. I go live on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays, I go at about 9:30. Fridays are normally about 10 o'clock. I appreciate you. Yes, this is my channel over here. We talk about logical stuff. Sometimes I play some funny stuff, but it always ends up back talking into some kind of logic. And look, we need it. We need more of this. We honestly do. Is that they are ignorant to things they don't understand. They definitely are. And but do they want to understand it though? Do they want to understand it? That's the part that we got to realize. And when you got to think, when they have mothers, they coming from mothers they're mad. You coming from a mean, bitter mom. And if you don't recognize that your mom is setting you up, I mean, what you gonna do about it? If you don't recognize that your mom is setting you up, what can you do about it? And even Kevin talked about that. Kevin talked about how mothers are destroying their daughters, setting them up. It's destroying their sons. I mean, women talk about men being abusive all the time. There are tons of abusive mothers out there, and they don't get talked about at all. They actually fly under the radar because they're women, because they on somebody's pool pit. Like, and that's the honest truth. Now, me, I'm busting them out all day long. So that's what's gonna happen on my show. And we know, I will say, ooh, my thing got stuck. I am seeing more women coming to the forefront and talking about it. I will say that. Oh yeah, your Glorilla, your Cardi, your Sexy Red, your Megan Thee Stallion, yeah, all of Kamala Harris's presidential crew. All the destruction. And look at it. Just even look how they carried herself. I mean, everything they do, their nails, their hair. I mean, everything is it's glorified. The way that they talk, the way they when they get mad, man, in a relationship, they go to social media. They excessively go off on social media. And these are the so-called celebrities. And the women are doing it too. The women are doing it too. So, that's all you see is all the women in the cars on TikTok crying, going off, letting people have it because they mad. But they're seeing, you see, they just had that press conference the other day. They told the millennials, they said, we need y'all to keep y'all's job. They said there are not a lot of jobs out here. If you got a job, keep it. Never caught a press conference in my life where I seen that where they said that. So they're about to see you don't get to go through life and just do whatever you want to do. And I think that we live in a world that their parents must have told them that. You don't get to do that. It says, Kendra, classy perspective. How you doing, baby? It says Kendra looks like she's getting fatter due to depression. Well, she's getting bigger. And think about it. She has the money. She has the money to have a trainer. She has the money to get a better diet, all that stuff. She doesn't care. She don't care. So Kendra's copping video is telling the story. She's getting fatter from eating too much. Yeah, I mean, hey, and that just shows you though they got the money. They got the money to do whatever they want to do, and besides laying on the table. Besides laying on the table, even when they go lay on the table, you got to go do something else. Not you're gonna have a flat stomach and you're gonna have them banana pudding arms. It's not a fix. It's not a fix. Just like the chop shop, it's not a fix. So you still got to do something else. Thank you so much for your super chat, baby. I appreciate that. It helps out my channel. Like I'm telling you, like it's making the men. A lot of men, but 52% of men are childless. They really are. So, and a lot of the men are cool with being to themselves right now. And that's when the ladies are really running into a problem. That's why you see all them dating events. The men, they're not showing up. They're not showing up. And I think social media makes it worse because now you got where the women are on here saying what they're not going to do, what they're not standing for, and if you don't make this much, and if I'm not going to the Cheesecake Factory, and I mean, and the men are like, cool, we don't care. The men are like, cool, I don't care, and that's not good, you know. As Kevin would say, women get on here and talk about their kid's father, and he would tell them, why don't you stay with him? Because a lot of women always think there's somebody else better. They always think they can go get somebody else. This is why you got 85% of women filing for divorce. And they honestly think they're about to go out here, put themselves back on audition at these dinner dates. And I'll tell them, I'll be like, do you really want to go back out there and get back on out there in the scene and be auditioning? You don't really want to have to do that, do you? Yeah, I think. See, say you 50, you're a 50-year-old woman. And you trying to date a man and he's 50. This same 50-year-old man probably can date a 30-year-old woman. We don't age the same. That's why you got 50-year-old men. That's why you got 53-year-old men walking around with 3-year-old little kids. He can still have babies and everything. Women have always had a time clock. And even that was offensive to a lot of women. Even to say that. Even to say that. You know, now they're saying that to even have a existence in the world for the future, the average woman has to have almost 3 kids. And women now have the nerve to be making social media posts talking about, "Good luck, girls. We're doing good because we're not having no kids in this economy." That's not the reason why you're not having kids. That's not the reason why you're not having kids at all. A lot of times it's because we're not bonding to people. Think your mothers and your grandmas are not telling you that's what you should be doing. It's time to go to school. Go to school, get a job. I wonder what their moms are saying to them when if they're laid off. I just wonder what is the next thing that the women are saying to the younger girls. I was just telling somebody back in the day, your mom, your auntie, all them, they always asked you about your dating life. That was a conversation. As soon as they see you, they're gonna check out how you look. They're gonna make sure you looking cool. They're gonna ask you about your dating life. They're gonna ask you because that was their job. Now I don't see that happening right now. I honestly don't. Not at all. It says she'd rather spend the money that would have gave her 20 more years of living on one wig. Yeah, think about it. And it's a discipline. I mean, a lot of us don't have any discipline when it comes down to it. I mean, you know, we don't care. And this is why a lot of men, when they do get divorced, men don't need it, they'll get married again. Men normally be in a better shape a lot of times than most women. And it's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. These are the statistics. This is what's going on. I mean, Ryan James had the banana putting arms. You know what? And you can tell. Everybody built like little baby bears. Like flat, wide stomachs with the cookie cutter hole in the middle for the belly button. It says facts. Sadly, they don't believe they decrease in value, and they don't. They honestly don't. I was just talking to a lady the other day, and she was 67, and she said she not settling. That was her exact words. And I said, I don't know if we are just repeating things that we're hearing from other things on social media. And who is it to say that you're settling? Maybe we're getting what we're supposed to get. Like, I mean, that's the bottom line. 40-year-old and single with most wealth I've ever had, 64. Okay, you're 40 and single with the most wealth I've ever had. 6'4", still in shape, and got mad, peace, and grateful as F. Congratulations to you. That's a biggie right there, right? And you're seeing it. I mean, men, I've seen it. I look at my aunties and my uncles. I mean, my uncles still be looking like they pretty in shape. It says, train her hard work. She is on the path of least resistance. Yeah, because it's not the, you always hear people go, I ain't got no money for that. You got money for what you want to have money for. You have money for what you want to have money for. At the end of the day, you make time for it. You make time for it. I mean, even when people are having a relationship, regardless if it's family, you going with somebody, you married. I mean, your relationship is your job. That's your job. You can't just let yourself just go and act like you don't care. It says like real talk. And that's priceless. Your piece is priceless. 67 and talking about I am not settling. That is a thing. That telling you is a thing. I hear it all the time. He's 65, not 50. like real talk. Look at it. You see what's happening? Look at all the women crying. I say it all the time. Start looking when y'all pulling up to these grocery stores and it's nighttime. There are women sitting in the car with their kids, homeless. They sitting there. A lot of the grocery stores open up their parking lots just for the women, for them to sleep in their cars at nighttime. So, and think about it. I mean, are they gonna listen after this? I don't know. But how are those kids gonna turn out? A lot of the moms bash their dads. If you grow up listening to your mama bash your dad 24/7, I mean, you're probably not gonna have a really good outlook on life when it comes to men. I ain't asked nobody to be perfect. But can the women, y'all please stop that? I don't see the men that have their kids. And I know men who are single fathers. And I don't see them bashing their mom at all. I don't. I don't see it. And the number of grandparents who are having to have their kids full time. Do y'all know that they have actually public housing just for grandmas, like grandparents that actually have to take in their kids, their grandkids? I was looking at it, but there's a lot of programs because they're not, they don't have their moms or their dad. So I mean that's on the rise. But like I always say, be a good mother so you don't have to be a great grandparent. So you ain't gotta take your grandkids in. Like, and that's a real talk all day long. Look, y'all know I be on here. If this your first time, please hit that like button while you up in here. Hit the like button. It helps my algorithm, guys. Pretty please. It says women are on a time clock and they outnumber the men. They are out of bonding material. It's like they don't even want to bond. I promise you. And more are entering early menopause. Yep, they are. You know why you're entering early menopause? Diets. The diets are making women enter early menopause. The diets are bad. Yeah, I think a lot of women they're not cooking. They're not cooking. They're not cooking no food. They're not preparing no food. I mean, so that's what you get. So yeah, the even you tell a woman what not to do, they still do it. They still do it. And it's, a lot of times it's not about the money. To me, I feel like the women that have the most money, they can be more hard headed. They can be more hard headed. I was watching Pop the Balloon today, and one of the girls, she was going back with all the guys. And I was watching with some other ladies. And the man was telling her that she's being masculine. And the lady's like, she's not being masculine. And I had to explain to them how she was being masculine. he was telling her, he was like, "I don't like dating a lot of business women." He's like, "Because they're very masculine." And she was like, "How am I being masculine?" And he was trying to explain to her, like, "You're going back and forth with everybody." He's like, "This is how you're being masculine." And the women was like, they was like, "Well, is she supposed to just not say nothing?" I was like, "There's a way to respond." And the way she's doing it, that ain't it. That's not it. And these are the elders that have a lot of these millennium women. And this is what they look up to. So think about it. If your grandma or your mama don't think that you're in the wrong, how do you ever you if you don't think that you're in the wrong, how you gonna correct yourself? And that's the real of it. If you don't never think you're in the wrong, how you gonna fix it? You can mention the clock as much as you like, and they don't care. And they don't. They don't. Even when it comes to kids, like, they always talking about they want to freeze their eggs and this and that, but they don't realize a lot of times, even with infertility, like I know people had to go to fertility clinics. They tell them to lose weight. They tell them to lose weight. That's the first thing they tell them to do is lose weight. The bigger you are, the harder it is to get pregnant. So, you know, I don't know what else to say. And the moms, they're scared. I've talked to women. They want to talk to their daughter about their weight, and with the daughters be like, "Mom, that's mean." So think about if your mom can't say nothing, look, the men ain't gonna have a chance. The men will not. If they meet a man, soon as he say anything out his mouth, oh, it's gonna be over for them. They're not gonna get along because everybody is always pussyfooting around talking to the women. They're not talking to them the way they used to talk to them. Yeah, yeah. And the cost of late pregnancy, yeah. I mean, think about it. Women was sold the dream of you get married when you're 30. You marry when you're 30. That was a lie. That was a lie because say you are 30, you start looking. Say you meet somebody, now you about 33 years old, and you get married. So you telling me you're not gonna have no time with your husband, you're gonna go straight into having kids. Now you're gonna be having geriatric pregnancies, or you're gonna have that one baby. You're gonna have that one baby. And that's what you're seeing right now. So, but this is because it was never talked about. Start talking to your aunties and your cousins and just had the same conversation. They will tell you in a heartbeat. I don't care if they raised 3 daughters. They're gonna be like, I never thought about that. Um, Start talking to the women in the community. They'll be like, it never crossed my mind. Ever. I know women who have 2 and 3 daughters. And we've had this conversation with the mom. And the mom be like, I never thought about it like that. I've showed a Kevin Samuels video, and all the women I've showed that video to, some women can't even watch them. Some women some women want to break the television show, the screen, just because this man is stating some statistics and some facts. They don't want to hear it. They don't care if they fall in quicksand. They honestly don't care. If this is your first time in here, please put it in the chat. Welcome to my channel. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For anybody who does not know, most of my chat is in here tonight. All right, chat, I am getting out of here. Before we get out of here, can you please hit that like button for me? It costs nothing to hit the like button. And if you can, leave me some comments on this live. Let me know what you thought about it. And I hope to see you back. Please put your bell on for me. I will be back. What's today? Friday? I will be back in here on Monday, but sometimes I have surprise lives. And I think I might be on a Single by Choice tomorrow. I might be going on there tomorrow. So if you're familiar with that channel, check me out. I normally put a post up if I'm going on somebody else's channel. I've been going on a lot of different channels right now. So, which I have been appreciative of that. YouTube has been showing me a lot of love. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all leave me some comments and also, guys, my email. Let me put my email in there because I think I left it on my last post. I like people to send me videos. So I always tell people to send me videos, and I do go over them videos, and I will show them on my live sometimes. So don't be shy.